John, Michael, welcome to HomeSun's weather map.
Thank you, Daniel. Lovely
solar map, I should say.
Up to speed, 1980s.
Very, very nice. Exactly. Only the latest here. Why are you involved in solar? What's your kind of views of solar?
It isn't specifically solar, I would say that straight away. I think it's renewable energy. This is the way we have to go. I go back into the 70s when I was at Coventry University and they were trying to introduce wave power at that time, and it never got anywhere because it was too expensive to produce. And of course there wasn't a panic on at that time. Everybody could afford electricity, gas and all the usual stuff. Nobody was worried about the oil running out, so we never got anywhere with wave power. But of course things have moved on an awful lot in the last 30 years. And solar power, I don't know whether I'm sure we're not getting more sunshine now than we ever were, but it's a lovely clean alternative. I'm sure Michael would agree with that.
Well, I'm passionate about global warming, and I spend devoting most of my time to going around the country trying to get the message across about global warming, what might happen in the future as a result of it, and of course this sort of thing can help, because if you use less energy, basic energy, you produce less carbon dioxide, which of course is going to help to save the planet.
And I would just say this, Daniel, not until the last 12 months have the government actually got their act together and given you these incentives. People can't afford to do it themselves.
Fantastic. Not only does every little bit count and everybody can make a difference, but also this kind of once in a lifetime opportunity to get solar for free on your home is available for many, many people in this little moment in time. From our perspective, we're at HomeSun delighted to have you on board to launch what is really the world's first solar forecast. And therefore, perhaps John, if you would start, if I could say, if I was to have solar, Michael as well, where on a day like today, here we are in sort of towards the end of March, where should I be located?
It's a fantastic day today, absolutely fantastic day across the whole of southern Britain. So let's not beat about the bush. Where do you live, Daniel?
So I live in North London.
North London. Well, I would say North London then. But it doesn't matter really. The whole of the south today, glorious sunshine. It really is an exception. It's very unusual for March to get a day like this. So it's going to be peak, isn't it? Peak power today, but especially down the A41.
Perfect.
I mean, indeed, throughout the year, solar power can be useful almost anywhere. Even in the north of Scotland, you can get some. But it's the further southwest you go, so the more insulation you get over the year, and therefore the better return. So if you're living in Devon and Cornwall, you're going to be better off, for instance, than if you're living in Edinburgh. But that doesn't mean to say you won't get anything if you live in Edinburgh, but just not as much.
Fantastic. So you think down the south here would be a good place to start? You should certainly have solar if you're in the south or southwest of England.
Absolutely.
Or Wales, I should say.
Well, you can get solar anywhere, but you'll get the best return, the best amount of power the further southwest you are in the country.